Everybody, Helen Lu here from the Healing Place Energy School. My buddy, my co-partner, Robin Bornstein is having technical difficulties. I can see her, but I can't hear her. If I can't hear her, nor can you. So tonight, we're going to do an Ask a Reflexologist. Nothing like switching table at the split moment. And because I didn't want to disappoint people, I want to see how you are doing. So today's topic, Robin and I were going to talk about kindness and what is kindness. In fact, I was talking to a client today and we were talking about how hard we are on ourselves. And he started to tell me, he just recently got divorced. And of course, there's tremendous amount of guilt that goes with divorce because you're not only leaving a woman, hi, Mama Bear. You're not only leaving your spouse, but you're leaving your children. And he wants so much to be part of his family because, his kids are young and he wants to be part of their lives. So how do you have the strength energetically to manage it so you don't end up feeling guilty? Because once you start to feel guilty, the guilt could take you down an ugly path. Let's face it, nobody wants to feel guilty, but the way we are so taught is the should have, you have to do it this way, this is the right way. And if you deviate off the path, a lot of times you're shamed into it. So what does that do to your energy? It lowers your vibration because once you go into that guilt, why didn't I do better? You're starting to reason with yourself, what can you do? So one of the things, yes, you're right, living one day at a time is the best you could do. But think about how we've been programmed. We've been programmed to evaluate and live our lives from our experiences and what we were taught. So to go outside of that realm of reality is really hard for a lot of people. And especially if it's not in conjunction with your family's belief, you end up feeling like crap because if you do something different. So one of the things that I always say to people, this is where you're going to learn you're doing the very best in this moment. This very best in this moment. Instead of thinking about how many things you could do that could have been better, why not just bless yourself? Ooh, bless yourself. What the heck does that mean? In other words, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Accept yourself for who you are in this minute, and can you do it without judgment? Because we're all human beings. We did not come with instructions on how to live every day, how to be the best parent, how to be the best worker, how to be the best spouse. We are just living our lives the best we can to be authentic, and not to have any shame. So one of the things I want to share a quick story, maybe there's a story that you have with you. As much as I love my extended family on both sides, my personal brothers and sisters, and then there's my in-laws. And it's funny, as the saying goes, we can't pick our families, and we could pick our friends. So friends will come and go in your life, as you all know, depending on whatever lesson they are going to teach us in this moment. And teach us in this moment, and then eventually they go because you either outgrow each other or you've helped each other to grow together. And you go, how do you do that? Because a lot of times when we grow out of our comfort zones. And what is considered comfortable today may not be comfortable tomorrow because this is what suits me in this moment. But what if your friends or your family decide they're okay with where they are in this second? And see, Mama Bear says she's been married for 30 years and she has 6 sons. And I've been married for 40 years and I have only 2 sons and 3 dogs. Yes. And out of the 40 years, and then I've known my husband 10 years after that. And so, we're trying to within our own family unit, we're trying to learn how to get along. And energetically, you have some young souls in your family, you have your adult souls like I am, and then you have your mature souls. And all of these different souls are trying to come together to be as one and to get along, basically to get along. And I always think about my family and why did I choose? Yes, I have chosen to live this experience with them. And I know in my life, it's all about, hi Heather, it's all about learning deep level compassion, empathy. And that means for me personally, I don't know if you, Tessa, hello Tessa, so family, so wonderful that you are joining me. How can I live my life on this journey without, what I really try hard to do is have no judgment. I work with a lot of people that come to see me for reflexology services at the Helen Place in Medfield here. And I get all walks of life. I'm really blessed that people's vibration is attracted to mine. And what I do as a healer is give people choices. It's just like what I'm doing now. And Heather's been married for 19 years. She's so blessed. And I give people choices. I never tell anybody what to do because everybody is on a journey. In fact, that's the latest course that I just created. It's called First Step to Your Spiritual Journey, and it's all about the awakening process. So how do you honor your spirit every single day in the world of, I'm going to say it like this, craziness? Everything is crazy. It really is. And as we're trying to figure out why is there such chaotic changes right now? And the planet is basically saying, you know what? I've had enough. I've had enough of this chaos and the things that we do to devalue ourselves, devalue the next person, devalue the planet. Mother Earth is saying, I've had enough with all of you people. It's time to come back to who we are. And now that there's so many people on the planet, well, in a conflict because no one seems to be in agreement. And why are we having conflict? One of the things that I have noticed, there's three things people really care about. They want to be seen, they want to be heard, and they want to be valued. And once you start dismissing people, they really feel left out. So you have your young souls. Your young souls are the immature souls. I call them, they have the teenage souls where they somehow can't seem to keep it together. They can't keep it together. So they're the ones that are really disorganized, ungrounded, and they can't get their act together. And they're perpetually, I'm going to say it like this, I'm sorry, but they're perpetually teenagers. They're stuck in their own energy pattern. Me, I consider myself a doubt soul, which means there's some things that bother me. I would say there's a lot of things that don't bother me because I know it's just silliness. And the things that do bother me, I'm not going to get mad about it. I'm witnessing. I'm trying very hard to manage my energy where I'm not going to be explosive. Because one thing I learned on this journey is the explosion will deplete you of your energy source so quick. And you wonder why you feel tired, drained. And especially, I see the news. The news is extremely draining right now. As I'm listening to people attacking another person, people right now are just so afraid because what was once normal is no longer, and they feel really displaced. And why people are attacking another, I don't know. They're so afraid, like a dog. the pissing around the tree, the peeing around the bush to define their territory. Do you know what I mean, everybody? Have you seen that? And they feel like they haven't peed enough in one spot to say, hey, this is my territory, instead of, can we share the territory? And that's your young soul. The middle soul, the adult soul like me, said, hey, there's more than enough for everybody, okay? There's more than enough for everyone. And then there's the old soul. And who are those people? There's your Mother Teresa, who working on such a earth planet energy shift, as she realizes no matter how much energy she puts into a project, the outcome is going to be the same, because you put a lot of energy into it or no energy. The outcome is the outcome regardless. Does that make sense to everybody? All right. And Heather's husband is so depressed. You know, what is depression? Depression is depleted energy. He probably have exhausted all of his energy in some project, trying to get ahead, or maybe work, or even family. He has not spent time replenishing. How do you replenish? This is something that I am practicing more now. Instead of working all the time, I'm enjoying my own company. Yes, enjoying my own company. Instead of thinking, how am I going to benefit everybody? I'm just saving that energy for me and being in quiet. So if that makes sense to you, Heather, you know, is that what he's doing? Is he constantly thinking, how am I going to support my family? How am I going to make ends meet? So what is happening, he's depleting all his energy by the material things. And I'm not saying that we don't need material things. It's just a matter of, how do you manage your energy so you're consistently the same? Does that make sense to everybody? Hello, Sanders. How are you, honey? I'm glad you're here. So just think about, where do you put your energy? Where do you put your energy? And how often do you do it? And do you do it to the point where you're exhausted? All right? This is something you need to ask yourself. If you're depleting your energy all the time, where you're going up really high and then you're crashing, then ask yourself why. What do? All right. Here's the tip. When you start to plateau and you're starting to feel like you're about to crash because you're overthinking in your head, this is when you need to stop. You go, what? What does that mean? Stop for 2 minutes and just focus on your breath, and then come back, because within a minute, your body's going to calm down. You have to retrain your body all the time to come back to quiet. Ooh, did I clap? Yeah, it's all about coming back to quiet. And the more you could come back home to here, the more you're going to gain you're going to gain perspective. And Heather says, yeah, because Heather is saying right now, his energy is focused on hating work. Now, think about it. I realize work is never easy, especially when it's unfulfilling and there's no purpose. You feel like there's no purpose coming back to you. This is where you have to do gratitude. He is damn lucky he has a job. Think about the millions of people who don't have a job. He has to retrain himself to find something that he's grateful for. It could be this small. Can you see that, Heather, how small it is? This small. Gratitude. I am really grateful for everything that I have. I am grateful for all of you have joined me tonight. This is all about gratitude. And this is where you've got to acknowledge your gratitude. Instead of constantly looking at what you don't have, look at what he has. He has you, Heather. He has you. Are you in agreement? And you're right, Sanders. Gratitude is attitude. We're always looking for something better. Instead of looking around that corner, bring the corner back to you. What are you grateful in this moment about you? I am so freaking grateful for everything that I have built and done, all because of the blessings that I gave to myself. I have stretched out of my comfort zone. I remember when God said to me, Helen, are you ready to talk to the world? And I go, in what way? He says, are you ready to talk to people globally, teach globally, write globally? I went, holy moly, I almost pooped in my pants. I really did. Because at the time, people had told me, Helen, you don't have the correct diction. You don't speak clearly. And I believe that. I believe about somebody's perception about me until I realized, you know what? I'm not falling into that trap. All right? Don't be down on yourself. And that's very true. Everybody has a choice. Everyone has a choice. It's up to you to find the courage to follow your lead. Does that make sense? Find the courage. And where's that courage? In here. Everybody knows what's right, but you have the courage to follow through. And then you're thinking to yourself, what if people don't like it? Well, who are you honoring? Are you honoring yourself or are you honoring them? Because this is home. In the end, heaven forbid, if this is the end for you, what do you want to say about your life? And I pray you're not saying, I wish I did. I wish I could have. What are you proud of yourself in this moment? I am effing proud of me. I would swear, but I don't have a goof button to beat myself. So think about what you are proud of yourself in this moment. And I really want you to be pleased with yourself. All right? So I want you to practice. And Heather, see if you could get your husband to ask him, what is he grateful for today? Just for today. If you could name one thing that he's grateful for. And then tomorrow, ask him again. Keep asking until the words, you believe in the vibration of the words. Because right now, this is something that I talk about in the first step of your spiritual journey. Your words is what you have trained yourself to believe. If you say these things enough, you would start to reprogram your mind with positive thoughts. Yes, it will take years. It took me a long time because I'm really hard on myself. I grew up in a very Chinese culture, whereas no one is an individual. You're basically, how do you contribute to your family? All right. How do you contribute to your family? Instead of seeing me as an individual and how do I add to the family, they're thinking, how do you add to your family? Oh, hi, Robin. This is my buddy, Robin. She's watching tonight only because technical difficulties, and it sucks. Sorry, Robin. Anyways, but Robin and I will try very much to be together again next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want you to do me a favor, everybody. If this talk is inspiring to you, please invite others to join us because we could build a huge healing circles of effing big healers. And then together, we energetically could change the planet. Yes, I do swear. I might be a healer, but I do swear. You'll get used to it. So whenever you hear the F word, you know what that bomb is, all right? So I want you to practice kindness on yourself, as I said to my client today. And he really took it to heart. He really thought about what he could do instead of going into your program and telling yourself why you suck. I want you to really tell yourself why you are incredibly wonderful. Okay, can you do me that favor? and share this video with your buds. Invite them. Let's come together collectively. So I'm going to end this broadcast. So my heart to your heart, blessings. Be good to yourself. Be good to your family. Be good to your community, and stay safe. So this is Helen Chenlu from the Healing Place Energy School. I hope this has inspired you. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and share. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.